All right. Good morning, guys. We're gonna do a cold open today. Uh, just get right into it. I don't have a super long amount of time to be here today, but I do have a couple hours to sit and bullshit. So that's always nice. All right. So we're gonna get into this duty streams, and then we might watch this Gundam video.
What is up, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another video, and this time we're
Back
going to
act.
be taking a look at our boy DSP's daily rap video after a day of
He's back
React
act
Act
again.
content, which was dead, of course, and Scamfield on the night stream. That's right. And our boy Phil hit 3 streams in a row with low support. And I'm curious to see if Phil will address the liquidity in this investors meeting. It's only 4 minutes long, so I'm pretty shocked. So it's very curious why it was so short. Typically, when Phil has a string of low support streams, he goes on and rambles for 13 to 15 minutes long, going on about everything under the sun. But this one was pretty short. So let's see what Phil had to say on the Daily Rap. By the way, of course, since it was short, your boy Duty brought out Disney Princess Phil. That's right. He's out in full force. Just because you get tired of looking at that ugly face, and I figured I'd give you guys a treat and look at something a little bit more pleasant. So let's see what Phil had to say on the Daily Rap.
Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Sunday, the 19th of November, 2023. This was the day that kind of breaks up my content in the middle of the week because we have the React content, but at the same time, it was a very important day because I got back to Turkey Tom about his interest in interviewing me. I also continued with Starfield for the first time in over a month. So a lot happened today. Let's talk a little bit about that. First of all, I took in all of your feedback regarding the opportunity to do this interview with Turkey Tom, the person who had about a week ago done a YouTube documentary about me. Man, it was mixed opinions all over the place. I weighed and balanced. I actually watched this 20-minute video he had made about me the other night. And this morning, in a very lengthy podcast explanation, I gave my answer as to whether or not I was going to do an interview with him. In addition, I did a large segment of commenting and criticizing lolcow culture. So, if you want to see that and you're interested in it, watch today's Level 1 podcast from the morning, November 19th, 2023.
AKA watch my podcast and give me views and watch me milk a drama content. That's essentially what Phil did right there. Yes, Phil did respond to Turkey Tom, which is... Alright, I'm going to rip Phil a new one today because it annoys me when people bring their fucking personal drama onto the internet. And you might say, well, why is this personal? Well, it's personal because Phil is addressing Turkey Tom from a DM, a private DM that he sent Phil, where they had what seemed to be a nice discussion about possibly doing an interview. Tom did not attack him. Tom was even willing to be flexible on the subject matter. It seemed like Tom was being very reasonable. And what this fucking douchebag decided to do was to air out his dirty laundry for content. That's what he did. That's what he did. He did not need to spend 1 fucking hour addressing Turkey Tom. What he could have simply said was DM Turkey Tom and say, you know what, I appreciate the offer, but I'm gonna pass, right? And then when he got on the podcast, he would have just said, hey folks, I got your feedback, I thought about it, I talked to Turkey Tom, I'm not gonna do it, let's move on. A 2-minute discussion turned into 1 fucking hour because you needed fucking content, you needed drama content, and you wanted to fucking milk it. Now you try to fucking come on and act like, you know, you're all fucking high and mighty and you're above the fray. You're not above the fucking fray, Phil. You are a fucking cancer on this whole internet community, especially fucking YouTube. You're fucking worse than the lolcow community and the people that detract against you, Phil. Because none of us are going around begging people for fucking money. None of us are fucking milking drama the way you do and then act like we're so high and mighty and above everything. That's the difference, Phil. That's it. And you love to talk about how honest you are and how straight up you are. You're full of shit. You're not fucking honest and you're not straight the fuck up. Because if you would have been honest and straight up, you would have admitted that you were doing this for fucking views. And it's the reason why you don't go on to regurgitate what the fuck you said on this daily rap. And you point people to go watch your podcast because you want those fucking views. That's why. That's why, Phil. So let's stop playing this fucking little game that you love to do because no one's fucking buying it. Not even your fucking dents are buying it. Because if you watched that podcast yesterday, you kept leaning in over and over, fucking banning and deleting comments. Why? Because your dents thought this was utterly fucking ridiculous. And they fucking called you out for your bullshit. How many of them said, aren't you milking the drama for views? Which the fuck you are. No one spends 1 hour addressing a fucking DM. No one does. Well, one person does, and that's fucking Phil. So, Phil, fuck you. No one's buying your bullshit. You're a fucking drama queen. You're the biggest drama queen out of all of us. You fucking are. And the next time you try to sit there and sit on your fucking throne and talk about how you don't address drama, fuck you. I'm gonna point to that fucking podcast of yours where you went on for an hour, almost 2 hours. That podcast was almost 2 hours long. An hour and 15 minutes rambling the fuck on about Walmart, Boogie, Keemstar, side scrollers, rehashing all the fucking drama and all the people that you feel mistreated you. Fuck you, Phil. Mistreated you. You are not fucking special. Just because your fucking stupid ass mother and father decided to baby your fucking dumb regarded ass doesn't mean that the world owes you anything and needs to treat you with kid fucking gloves. I understand you're not mentally all there, and I understand your IQ is somewhere between Rain Man and a box of soap. I completely understand that, Phil, but if you want to be on the internet and act like a fucking grown-up, you're gonna get treated like a grown-up. And when you act like an asshole, you're gonna get called out for being a fucking drama queen asshole. So there you go, Phil. That's my response to you.
If you don't care about that, skip it. It's no big deal because I'm moving forward positively with all kinds of fun content, including today's React show, DSP versus the internet, where we had a variety of things that happened. Tons of stuff about Thanksgiving, Black Friday, which was great. There was gaming stuff. There was comedy. There were some really weird videos. It was a good mix this week, and I was happy that it was pertinent to the time of year. It was very fun because of that. So, I certainly hope that you'll give it a look. 2 videos are currently live on the sister channel, DSP Reacts. It's youtube.com/@DSP Reacts. The rest will be going live over the course of the week. And if you're a channel member over there, you can watch the archive stream immediately. And of course, if you're a channel member over there, you can also nominate the videos for next week. Tonight's late stream was the return to Starfield and 2 hours of pure story. 100% advancing the story. We returned to Earth to find out what had actually happened to Earth and why it had been destroyed in the story of Starfield. And then we got pulled into another mission that's part of the main story that's kind of interesting, involving some, well, let me just put it this way, I won't spoil for those who don't know the plot yet. So, it was good. It was 2 good hours of story. This is where Starfield excels, I feel. But some of the gameplay, of course, you know, I literally ran past a bunch of enemies. I was like, I don't want to fight them. And I just got right by them, no problem. Didn't need to fight them. There was no need to. And, quite frankly, I was surprised as many people showed up as they did. I'm happy that they did, because it's been over a month since I played. I'm only playing this game to see the end. That's literally it. I'm not going crazy. I'm not going extended on it. I'm only playing the main story, finishing that up, and then I'm done. So, hopefully, this will be another 1 to 2 streams, and we're done with this game. We'll see. But it went well. The only thing I would say is, yeah, today's support wasn't great. Slow stream on the React stream and slow stream on Starfield. I was expecting that. I usually don't get crazy amounts of support that much support on the React stream. And Starfield, I was shocked people even showed up. So, you know, that's fine. You know, hopefully we can reconvene tomorrow. I'm back on track with the playthroughs people want to see, and things will bounce back, and I'm okay with that. So hopefully it will. We'll see what happens. Today was a good streaming day for me, even though it was a break and everything. Let's talk about what you can expect for the rest of the week.
Okay. I figured. I was a little concerned because, you know, since it was a short daily wrap, I didn't think he was going to address the elephant in the room, which is low support. I love how he sits here and says, yes, I expected low support. So you expected low support, but you spent about every 15 to 20 minutes asking people to support you and to give you money. Every fucking break that you took to split the part on your React content, you took a 5-minute beg segment, of course unrecorded. Begged your dents for money, for memberships, for tips, complained about how slow it was, complained about how, this isn't profitable unless you guys tip and give me memberships. That's what you said, Phil. Although you expected low support and was okay with it, you still spent a lot of fucking time yesterday begging for fucking money. You sure did, Phil. And let's not forget about Scamfield. Scamfield last night, you played it for 2 hours, and again, every 15 to 20 minutes, you had to stop and stretch, or burp, or blow your nose, and of course, you took that opportunity to fucking beg like the goddamn beggar you are, Phil. But yet, of course, you expected slow support. If you expect slow support and you know you're not going to get any support, then why are you going to continuously beg for money and for tips, Phil? Why? Just chalk it up as an L and just move on. And then that way I don't have to make a video, right, talking about how you just continuously fucking beg. Just stop. Don't even mention it. Everyone knows Sundays you get no fucking support whatsoever. It's like fucking bare minimum. Everybody knows it, Phil. But of course, you are compelled to talk about it. You need to talk about it because, of course, you have to continuously remind people that you're crowdfunded and you need tips and you need support. That's right. WWE champions and Jin aren't going to pay for themselves. So step it the fuck up, Dents. That's what you're saying here, Phil. That's exactly what you're saying. You gotta love this fucking guy. You gotta fucking love this guy. He'll sit there and tell you how, just fucking lie. This man is the biggest. I've never met someone that lies so much about the most stupid, mundane things. Right? I mean, he lies more than Boogie, and Boogie fucking lies about everything. He lies literally about the most stupidest shit, Phil. God, it's just no wonder you have zero friends. No wonder you have any contact with anyone outside of the world. Because you're a liar. You just, God, I feel so bad for Kat. Kat must not trust anything you say. Either she doesn't trust anything you say, or she's just gullible and stupid and has no clue, and probably is more regarded than you are. It's one of the two. Anyway, let's keep going. We're almost done, folks.
Tomorrow, Monday, the 20th, it'll be the continuation of Super Mario RPG on the first stream. My first stream of this on Friday was superb. Can't wait for more. And then Monday night, more Street Fighter 6 playing with Dspn. Will it be ranked? Will it be casual? I'll probably start with casual. Maybe watch some videos tonight. And then I'll probably jump into ranked, perhaps, after. We'll see. But it should be fun. And then Tuesday, it's the flip of that. We're going to be doing Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer on the first stream. And we're going to be doing Like a Dragon Gaiden on the late stream. I'm off on Wednesday because it is my day off for the week because of the holiday. What I mean is that this Thursday is American Thanksgiving. I'll be doing some special content. Friday is the big Adpocalypse Marathon. That's special content. We get into full-time gaming again this Saturday, okay? So, hope you like the content today. Please enjoy it. I'll see you tomorrow for the return of all the playthroughs you guys want to see for a full and fun day right here on DSP Gaming. Sound good? Everyone, please have a good night. I'll see you in the morning. Peace out.
Yes, folks, I want to make sure everybody knows that American Thanksgiving is this month, is this week. Unlike the European Thanksgiving, which happened 3 months ago, and let's not forget the Antarctica Thanksgiving that happened on Friday. That's right, fucking moron. Uh, yeah, of course. Being he has a short week this week. Expect the bag segment today and tomorrow, especially tomorrow. Tomorrow, Phil may wear the black shirt and have several bag segments because, of course, he's not working Wednesday. And on Thursday, he's going to stream on Thanksgiving like the pitiful fucking person he is. Because God forbid if he spends 2 days with his horse. God forbid if he spends 2 days with his poor, lonely horse. I'm guessing maybe Thursday, maybe the half day is Tyrone's morning, and Phil has to find something to do. So he's gonna stream, and then at nighttime he gets to spend a little bit of time with his horse. I'm guessing that's what it is. But yes, Phil, the pathetic person, will be on Thursday, half a day, making sure to beg because 'tis the season. That's right, folks. Anyway, that's all I have. Yesterday was a glorious day of low support and milking of drama. And of course, anytime Phil tries to milk the drama, I make sure that I slap him down, take his udders, and milk him for content. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.
Nah, that's a no for the Smoky McCrack.
You know, the
Thanks,
other
Duty.
day I made a video on Cyrax, and that really
Thank you, Duty, for the video. It was rather entertaining. Alright. Alright. So we watched that one. Don't really care about that. Oh yeah, okay. Let's get back to this Hassan video. Actually, I want to see uh what happened here with Nick Avocado.
Charlie's conflict with the morbidly obese YouTuber Nico Carter Avocado would go down as one of the most infamous controversies in YouTube history. From clickbaiting his content and faking injuries for views, all the way to filing false copyright strikes on smaller creators resulting in termination. It goes without saying that Nico Carter Avocado has one of the most controversial histories on YouTube. Hi, I'm the Internet Anarchist. I create weekly YouTube documentaries, and today we'll be looking into
That's
the most
exactly what
notorious
I
mukbang
imagined this guy
YouTuber on the
looking like.
platform, Nico Carter Avocado, a YouTuber who is willing to do anything for views, even if that means destroying his
Oh,
health,
I
relationships,
annihilated.
and getting into a massive
annihilated.
controversy with one of YouTube's biggest commentary channels, Penguin Zero. Mukbang videos have become an increasingly popular genre on YouTube. The videos involve creators filming themselves eating copious amounts of food while making jokes, telling stories, and developing relationships with their audience. While the niche originally started in South Korea, mukbangs would quickly spread across the globe, with several millions of
I'm sorry, who was that little orphan Annie looking ass lady? What the fuck was that? What? Oh man, I lost interest as soon as I heard it was about mukbangs. I don't care. I really don't give a fuck. I can safely say I just don't give a shit. I don't like I don't like Rick and Morty season 7. It seems so much like Justin Roiland's influence is just gone. You can tell. that there's a lot of Dan Harmon storytelling in that show now because they're doing the evil Rick or the Rick Prime evil Morty uh storyline. Something that they did in the episode with the trains. They just passed it off like it was a throwaway thing. And then they went on about their business. I don't like that it's trying to be this narratively rich, fucking deep story now. Before, it was narratively rich and had a deep story, but it was buried under the facade of everything else. You know, the bright and colorful, funny jokes and all that. Dan Harmon has this way of storytelling, right? To where everything is on the nose. Everything is just explained to you. There's no fan interpretation at all for it. And that's a problem that I have. I really do have a problem with it. I like Rick and Morty season 6, but season 7 the voices are too way too different. You can tell Rick's inflections are gone, and it's just not as funny. It's not as loose. You can tell that I feel they pushed Justin Roiland out so they could make it what it is. I don't like it. I really don't like it. And I kind of miss Justin Roiland's influence on the show because Dan Harmon's just going to turn it into another Dan Harmon show. You know, and I'm not saying that what was it? Adventure Time was a bad show. It wasn't, but it's a Dan Harmon show, you know? Community was a Dan Harmon show, you know? He can sit here and say that they're not going to change anything, but it's already changed. The way everything is set up is already changed. The way everybody acts in the show is already changed within one season, within a single season. Let's get back to Tony Chase. Remember, last time we watched Tony Chase, what was it? The science man or whatever was attacking his teeth, and he had electrical burns on his teeth. Here we go.
Executed on site for what you have done. You are remotely attacking me. You are remotely doing things to me. You have done this to my real body parts, and you are a person that wears dentures, and you did this to my real teeth, or you have dentistry on your teeth. You must die for your crimes. You are not legal Americans. You are illegal citizens that faked your position in America, and you got illegal citizenship from Germans that allowed you into this country. This country is not Germany. You should have been in Germany.
Oh, it's the Germans. Of
Well, bro, if this country isn't German, right? Follow that train of thinking. If this country isn't Germany, how would Germans allow other people into the Americas? Just think, by process of elimination, in your mind, what does one have to have in order? I thought I heard my phone ring. But what does one have to have in order to be, a border agent or somebody who handles migrants? You have to be a citizen, or not a citizen, but you have to at least have the ability to work within the Americas, which would mean that they are either immigrants working with I-10 numbers or they are full-fledged citizens. My dad worked for a decade with an I-10 number before he finally was able to get his green card. And even then, we have processes put in place where people can't just unilaterally decide what is and what isn't, you know? I'm on structured X. That's not what I want. I have 79. Why doesn't it tell me how much I have? Man, I've always wanted to build a dragon's deck. Not any particular dragon, just like this is a deck where I have all my dragons. You know? Fuck you, Ash Blossom. Let's get back to this fucking lunatic.
Of course it is. Why didn't we think of this to begin with? It's those fucking Nazis. They're the ones doing this to Tony's teeth. Everyone's got to be turned in. Everyone's got to be charged. It's that simple, you know. These people are the ones doing this all to Tony. He can't be blamed for any of this. He can't be blamed for living in this little crack shack in Indiana somewhere. He deserves to be back wherever he was living before in like the biggest mansion of all time. Probably just waiting for his dad, Walt Disney, to be unthawed. There's a lot to talk about with Tony because I mean, like, there's thousands of videos of him out there, and you know, one thing that I remember hearing, and it's something that I can't find the video of because, like I said, thousands of them. It's very
Shower is
tough.
just like completely
But it was
fucking
it was a
busted.
time when he was
The
talking to
drain
his
isn't
Alexa,
draining.
like, "Hey Alexa, can you jot this down?" And he was doing kind of just like what you see him do here, and he's like, "Alexa, jot down this note," and he just goes on about here's the thing. It's really important that the government gets put on trial for all the stuff that they do to my teeth, yada yada yada. And the Alexa responds to him and goes, "All right, note number 3,700 so and so jotted down." I'm just like, oh my god, like he must sit here all day long just talking about this same nonsense. You know, it's got to be a rough life, and he don't even seem like he knows where he's at half the time. And so I just want to say, don't go after Tony. Don't go picking.
That's what special needs does to people, dude. Honestly, you know, it fucks with people's brains. Most of the time, people's brains are drastically underdeveloped. Everybody just believes that life is this unifying line of experience, right? But it isn't. You know, with somebody with disability, theirs is gonna be, tumultuous. It's not gonna be just, go to school, find a significant other, get a job, maybe break up with that high school, relationship, find another one. It's just a revolving door of monotony that everybody goes through, right? That's not necessarily going to be the case for somebody that's mentally disabled. They might think they're a fucking electric wizard. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. And I'm not being funny. Like, you, with somebody with a mental disorder, you do not know what they are going to say, do, or anything. I mean, you can say the same with any random person that you don't know, but most people are going to act within the law and don't have that air of will they, won't they attack me today. I know uh from watching my aunt who is, mentally impaired. They can have random outbursts of anger and they get massive strength. I don't know where it comes from. But like if you put it nah, I'm not gonna share her life. But I've dealt with people with disability like this, fucking insane, crazy people like this.
On Tony. He's already being picked on by the government enough. He needs to, if anything, you got to go support him in his fight with that damn old government man. It's he's doing a number on Tony, Tony's teeth, Tony's cat, Tony's living situation, Tony's bank account. Almost everything in Tony's life is being taken by the government. And you know what? At the end of the day, Tony might not be too crazy because I'm pretty sure the government's fucking with a lot of people. But are they fucking with Tony to the level that he thinks they are? Probably not. Probably not, but who knows? One of the like, what's gonna happen if one day we find out that this guy was right the whole time? We're all gonna look stupid. We're all gonna look real fucking stupid. So that was basically where I ended. Like I've probably like 100 other videos I have here that I could put on screen, but I think you've already seen enough. I did notice one other thing though before I got done making this video, and that's that Tony not only has a YouTube channel with over 4,000 posts, but he also has an Instagram account with over 9,000 posts. So I thought we'd go ahead and read some of them here, like prosecute people for claiming they had more seniority than me in my family history in Hollywood and media. Tony thinks that he was like a big celebrity back in the day, also a big athlete back in the day, and ESPN and all these other people have really...
Now, obviously, he's mentally disabled, right? People like him, Daniel Larson, Cyrax, they're completely oblivious to the way reality actually is. And that's not really their fault. We can sit back and we can laugh at the things he's saying, but the underlying problem here is very severe. This guy is factually mentally impaired. I mean, to the point of delusion. And not like DSP delusions of grandeur, where he lights the flames of Gondor or nothing. It's not like that, you know. This person believes what they're saying is the truth. And that's dangerous. And I mean, the crux of what I'm saying is there used to be facilities where we would put people who needed severe mental help, you know. And yes, those places were heavily abused. The people in or abusive situations, the people in there were heavily abused. They were experimented on and all this stuff. So we gradually phased out insane asylums. I genuinely believe they need to come back. Like not to house people of dissenting opinion or anything, or to like throw people in there who are just slightly impaired or anything like that, like the 1950s. I'm saying these people need proper evaluation. They need proper medical care and they need proper fucking therapy. This guy is drowning in his delusion.
Pressed all that information and don't let Tony get the credit he deserves.
Ooh, I don't know if I want to
All
watch
of
any
these
more of
posts, by the
this.
way, are mostly accompanied
Boy
by
band.
Tony's headshot here. It's the picture he uses in most situations.
See, I haven't even watched a single episode of season 7. I don't care like about season 7 at all. They need to bring back Justin Roiland. It's not the same. Rick is different now. I didn't press anything. It played this by itself. I don't want to do the Hassan Piker shit. I'd probably get in trouble for that. Man, I'd love to talk about comic books and stuff, and like movies and things, but you need to be whitelisted in order to do that kind of stuff, and that takes a long time. Or else you have to work in like within these horrendous fucking. Seriously? And see, this is what I mean. Like all these irreverent fucking comedy segments, it was like a better done Family Guy, right? And now it's its own thing. And not that Rick and Morty wasn't its own thing before, you know, but you could tell that there was roots within other genres, within other mediums, within, there was nuance to it. There was proper nuance. But all that's gone in favor of Dan Harmon's insistent storytelling on how everybody needs to be friends and kind to each other, and this ballad story and that heart-wrenching story. It's like, no. I watch Rick and Morty because it's funny, not because it's telling thought-provoking story. Yeah, there's nuance to the story, but it wasn't just all fucking given to me, just thrown at my face like a fucking whipped cream pie, like I'm some kind of fucking clown. I don't like I don't like that Dan. This is how I see it. Dan Harmon pushed uh Justin Roiland out. That's how it feels. That these random allegations came up, not saying that they're valid or not, but they fired him before he was proven innocent, which the charges were dropped, so there was a lack of evidence, you know? They fired him and they removed him from everything he worked on. Everything. All because of allegations. Just allegations. Now, I'm not saying that it's true or not, but in a society, you are innocent until proven guilty. Well, at least in American society, you're innocent until proven guilty. So why is it that we're allowing court of opinion to directly affect people's lives? Because they're saying it on the internet? So what? My opinion doesn't isn't valid in real life, but my opinion bundled with two other, three other, four other, five other people, then it becomes valid? How does that work? I don't think it's right to push people out. They did the same thing with that one dude on The Talking Dead when his wife or ex-wife accused him of assault or whatever it was, and he was completely proven innocent. They removed him from his show, They hired an intermediate fucking like a middleman to run the show while he was gone, and then when it came back, the show was canceled. It's bullshit. We are a society that is built on the idea that you are innocent of all crime, not suspicion, innocent of all crimes that are alleged against you until the person who has levied the accusations against you proves it without a shadow of a doubt in a court of law. Or if they can't prove it within a shadow of a doubt, they give enough evidence that it validates what they're saying to the point where it's irrefutable. You know, you can't sit here and tell everybody that 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 Justin Roiland did all these horrible things, and then when in a court of law he is proven to, well, not proven, but there's not enough evidence to say whether he did or didn't. Why is it that you just immediately assume the worst? I feel Dan Harmon took the chance to use what happened with Justin Roiland to push him out of Rick and Morty, because Dan Harmon had nothing. Community was over. What was it? Adventure Time had ended a few years ago. You know, they're doing Fiona and Cake now, but I mean that's on Max streaming service. Nobody gives a shit about that. You know, so I feel Dan Harmon had nothing, has no more ideas, and instead of, going out and finding more ideas, he took what was already there. That's what I honestly feel. Now, it's from a million yard stare, and it's the outside looking in, just presented with the facts of the matter. He was immediately pushed out of his position with no evidence, and all that happened to him, right, was allegations were levied against him. Allegation. You know, it's I don't know. I don't know. And people around him say, well, he was X and Y at work. Yeah. When I'm at work, I'm not the way I am now. When I'm at work, I am there to work, do my job, and go home. I expect people when I'm at work to be there to do the same thing that I'm there to do. To shut up, to work, to go home. I don't want to sit there and have a fucking 4 hour long discussion with you. I just want to do my job and go home. And you can say, well, that's not friendly. I'm not there to be friends with people. Yeah, I'm cordial, I'm respectful, and I'm nice, but I'm not there to talk to people. I'm there to do my work and go home. That's it. I'm not in my 20s anymore. I'm not there to make friends. When I first started work, yeah, I went to work because my friends were there. All my friends were at my job. We all worked together. Now I'm an adult, and an adult, derp derp derp. I'm more matured. I have my friends. I don't need to go to work to make more friends. Yes, I am friendly, but I'm not there to be, your best friend. And sometimes people see that as being an asshole, and it isn't. It isn't. Just because I'm not wasting my time having a huge long discussion with you doesn't mean that I'm just going to go rat you out because you're having a discussion with someone else. I don't care. What you do is what you do. And what I do is my job and go home. That's what I want to do because I don't want to stick around there all fucking day, all fucking night. I want to get my job done before 4 o'clock, and then I want to go home at 4 o'clock. And that's what I do every day. And I am never on I never stay late, and I'm always home on time. I'm always home by 4 o'clock when I work morning shifts. I'm always home, you know, by like 11:30, 12 o'clock. I don't understand. You can be friendly and cordial with people, but you don't have to be their friend. You don't. And that's the mentality that I've read that Justin Roiland had in the workplace, and expected that same thing from the people who were working with him. Well, see, the difference between me and Justin Roiland, I'm pretty sure ran the totality of Rick and Morty, right? Him and Dan Harmon were the producers of it. They made it, they created it, right? They were the bosses. So they can say, hey, you can't have that 4 hour long discussion here at work. You are here to do your job because they're paying you, right? Or, they're your boss at the very least. You have to do what they say. And yeah, you can say, well, I don't want to do that. Okay, then get the fuck out. Go home. And that's honestly how I feel Justin Roiland was done. The workers didn't like him because he expected a certain amount of work from them. Dan Harmon seems like the hands off, I just want to be at home type of guy. He literally said that he was just trying to make Rick and Morty to where him and Justin Roiland never had to show up to work. And that's how this season feels. It's lifeless, it's not funny, and it just tells a story. That's not what I want from Rick and Morty. I want it full of color, I want it full of life, I want it full of jokes, and I want it to tell a thought-provoking story. None of that, but the last thing is in season 7. It wasn't funny. It was just a thought-provoking show. That was it. That was it. You know, and that's Dan Harmon all over it. Because if you watch, uh,
Change title. IDF didn't bomb the hospital. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Fuck you. Fuck you, dude. Why are you? It's ridiculous. Like, oh, Hamas run health ministry. Well, you know how they are. You know how those fucking dirty Arabs are. They lie all the time. You know what I mean?
You were so right. They added 7,000 new troops. So what's going to end up happening is that by April, this is going to be done. And at that point, it'll be fucking too late. Because all you...
I think it's funny how Hassan proclaims himself, right, like this virtuous signal of being an immigrant, yet he's white. I don't care if he's Turkish. He's still white. In a predominantly white society that's created for predominantly white people, you get the benefit of the doubt, dude. Oh my gosh. You sit there on your soapbox, right? And you try and look down on all the other white Americans when you are a white American. And you can sit there and say, well, he's an immigrant. Yeah, and so were my parents or my grandparents. But I'm still fucking white. My great 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 grandfather was German on my grandfather's side. My grandmother, her parents are from Italy. So yeah, it's pretty white where my family comes from, but they're still immigrants nonetheless. I'm white as shit. I am a traditional American. We migrated here. My family has found moderate success with plumbing and, working with our hands, you know? And Hassan, his family is immigrants who have found wealth within the media. You're not different than me just because you're in media and my family went into trade. dude. You're still a white American. End of story, man. Stop trying to otherize yourself because you don't want to be the cisgendered white American. You are a cisgendered white American, dude. Look at the shit you have back there. Kratos' axe, the Hylian shield, Pac-Man, stuffed dogs, Bernie Sanders, the Queen of England, and Obama. You are an American. Those are all first world things, right? You're an American. I can't stand when Hassan he tries to otherize himself. You know, don't otherize yourself. Yeah, you can say I'm proud to be a Turkish man. I am very proud of my lineage. My grandfather, he was in the military. My grandmother raised 5 kids by herself when my grandfather was in the military. My grandfather learned how to be a plumber. All of this, you know, lifting up by the bootstraps. We are American. You are American. You can't pull rank. Believe, right, that the West is an idealistic society and we judge people based on what their skin looks like, right? And meritocracy is completely out the window. Content of characters completely out of the window, right? Boiled down to brass tacks, you and I are white. I know where my family came from. We're immigrants. You know where your family came from. You're immigrants. We're not different. You're still a white American. Stop trying to otherize yourself because you don't want to be seen that way. Willie Mack is a white American. I'm pretty sure with the red hair, his family had to come some part of
You
Europe,
fucking
dude.
NATO simps. You've already made up your mind. You probably already are leaving the fucking community in good riddance.
And when he's finally proven wrong, which he's been wrong on every major geopolitical issue in the past.
And please don't think that I'm just trying to say that Hassan can't be proud of who he is or what his family is or identify as a Turkish man. You know, he can be whatever. And even if he was born in Turkey, right? And his family migrated here, it's obvious that you have adjusted to American life. You are immersed in American politics. You live in an American society and you benefit off that American society. You are American. The same way my immigrant father, who worked without a green card, eventually got an I-10 number, you know, the same way he lifted himself up by his bootstraps, he's American now. He celebrates his birthday. He loves Christmas. You know, all these things that I loved, you know, he loves. Christmas, his birthday. He's immersed himself in our politics and our government system, the way we do things. You know, he's American. We are a society built off the backs of immigrants. Why you wouldn't want to proclaim yourself as an immigrant, an American immigrant who is successful, is beyond me. Well, I think he actually kind of does do that, but it's in a nefarious kind of way, you know? He doesn't it's not like I was, this, but then we worked hard and we became that, you know? Hassan just seems like a selfish man, is what I'm basically trying to say. Man, I get long-winded sometimes. I'm sorry.
Past year, he doesn't apologize. Instead, he shifts the goalpost and doubles down. Sometimes he does it by speculating missile technology he knows nothing about.
I'm gonna put this side by side. I want you to fucking understand something, okay? So that is a JDAM called on. Do you think that that seems similar to one another?
Other times, he justifies his poor reporting by using whataboutisms.
Ultimately, even if it wasn't Israel that bombed this hospital, which I do maintain it is, okay? But even if it wasn't, okay, 500 of the last confirmed kills did not come from Israel. So what? Are you just mad only when Hamas kills people then? Because that's what you're saying at that point. You know what I mean? You're saying literally, I do not care when Israel kills someone. I only care when Hamas kills someone.
This is my debate with Hassan Piker.
And yet, motherfuckers still.
Now, I'm not going to be commenting on the Israel Palestine conflict. I don't know enough about it to comment. And I would only make myself look like a jackass. This is my problem with people nowadays. They won't say, "Oh, I don't know. I'm sorry. I can't comment on that," because this insidious mind virus, right, has perpetuated this idea that silence in context is violent. But I'm sorry, it isn't. I live my life and I focus on what is in my area, in my local politics. If I don't know the politics of another country, that's not my problem. That's not my fault. I don't live in that country. If I lived in Israel or Palestine, of course, I would know the inner workings of the government around them, right? I would immerse myself in their government. I would try to assimilate myself a little bit, you know, try to merge into the society. But that's not my prerogative here in America. It isn't. Walking down the street, I might think, "Oh, what's going on over there?" and look it up, but it's not directing my day-to-day life. It's not affecting my day-to-day life, you know? So of course people aren't going to think about it as much. And that shouldn't be seen as bad because we're all dealing with our own lives. And I should be able to say, "Hey, I don't know enough about the Israeli-Palestine conflict to actually make a logical argument for either side. I just know that they're both committing atrocities against each other and it's getting very violent over there and it's pushing us closer to another World War III or another world war, the third one in the long line of fucking bullshit, you know? That's as far as I know. And that should be okay. You should be able to say, "No, I don't really know what's going on over there. I don't." And you shouldn't be demonized for saying it.
Still always say that I am actually fake.
It's cause you are. You're a fake socialist, a fake news reporter. That's why I like real things, like this quality Holsker watch made partially from natural materials, making it stand out in a really special way. Holsker is innovating the watch game for men and women with over 1,000 different designs. This one's made from cobalt and walnut, providing a really unique look that I've never seen before. I went to a wedding with my lady, pimped myself out in some Holsker jewelry, and I think I stole the show. I read my cobalt watch with a warm walnut stainless steel ring, and grabbed a Holsker necklace to tie it all together. And it wouldn't have been right for me to leave the lady hanging. I got her this stunning blue and gold necklace to match with me. From watches and rings to sunglasses and necklaces, Holskern's going to give you something that's high quality and stands out. And with over 1 million happy customers and free express shipping worldwide, Holskern is the perfect gift for the holidays. Be sure to go to holskern.com/Willie Mac Show because when you buy the first watch, you'll get the next one half off. Thank you, Holskern, for sponsoring this video.
Mamma mia, mamma mia, mamma mia, mamma mia. I'll be making dough in the pizzeria.
Now, this isn't going to be the full debate. That's already been uploaded again by Hassan's clip channel. There's not really a point of doing that again here. This video is going to be about my perspective and catching Hassan in many of the lies he makes during our debate. Now, the debate started with him doing some classic Hassanabi on-the-ground journalism, meaning he didn't take the time to look up anything. He's just talking out of his ass.
So I am not very familiar
What's
with what
on
you
the
do,
ground
but
journalism?
I believe you've done a couple videos about how
I'm pretty sure boots on the ground implies that you are within a certain distance of the actual conflict, and your boots are literally on that ground. Am I wrong? Uh, He says that he does boots on the ground reporting, but it's just it isn't. It isn't. Your boots are firmly placed in your gaming chair, in your desk chair or whatever you fucking have. You're not anywhere near the actual conflict. That's disingenuous, bud. Let's go clean the bone. Like, okay, I wanna explain my
Dog shit
thoughts
I am, I
on
think.
Did you
fucking.
watch the videos?
No,
Hold
of
on.
course not. I have a policy.
Okay, so like, I don't. The difference between Dan Harmon's Rick and Morty, Justin Roiland's Rick and Morty is I don't think Dan Harmon would give us Pickle Rick, but Justin Roiland would give us Pickle Rick. But on the adverse of that, I don't think Justin Roiland cared enough about the long-term storytelling to actually bring to fruition a bunch of the good plot lines that they pulled out, like the evil Rick storyline. They really just wanted to leave it in that one train episode and then write it off. Morty left the finite curve and that was it. And I think that's actually kind of okay because then it left some of it up to fan interpretation, you know? And that's what I mean by Dan Harmon just being so on the nose. Everything he does is explained, and not that that's bad or that he tells bad stories, but it's just not what I want from a Rick and Morty. I want a bunch of nonsensical, funny stories with a few episodes peppered in that just happen to be cohesive storylines. That's what I want. Not long, drawn out, season long stories. I don't want that. Rick and Morty's not anime. Rick and Morty's not comic books. Rick and Morty is Rick and Morty. It's supposed to be pulled out from the multiverse and created into its own thing. That's literally the crux of the fucking story. Rick pulled all the greatest aspects from the multiverse to create his own multiverse where he is the be all end all, the totality of knowledge and everything. That was good. That was great. And now come to find out that everybody has that. It's just more Marvel bullshit. I don't want that. But anyway, I'm done bitching about Rick and Morty. I really liked Rick and Morty. I really did. My poster right there is literally the parasite episode where the memory
Of not really
parasites start
watching
attacking
videos
people.
such as that one specifically because it will frustrate me.
I've gotten numb to the criticism. Like it's not. As a matter of fact, I seek it out now.
You want to
respond
debate
to
about a
it.
video you didn't even watch?
Why? Yeah, of course. You made the video. I'm
mean,
not
that-
like
why
debating a
would you-
random person about a video I didn't watch. You made the fucking video, so let's hear.
I know, but
what
that
your
kind of like
gripes
that kind of
are.
links up to like my big criticism.
Yeah, how are you going to have criticisms of what he said if you don't know what he said? Your criticism is then, why are you criticizing me? I am above reproach. That is what you're basically saying because you didn't watch the content, you don't know what they said, and you're still taking it as if it's negative.
With you is that you don't actually put it in the bare minimum effort to research anything before you jump to conclusions. That's why your tweet when you're like, "Hey, I want to debate Willie."
Do you
about
really
Israel-Palestine."
consider me watching a dumbass YouTube video from a drama farming channel to be doing research? I don't need to do
Yes, if
research
this is what you're
on a
talking
video.
about. You're going into a topic you don't know any.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's drama farming, right? And why are you wearing glasses? I hate when people fucking do that. Stop wearing glasses when you don't need to wear fucking glasses. Stop. Don't do it. Get some help.
Anything about.
Brother, just
Immediately,
give
but
me
you
what
didn't
you
even
want to
watch it.
say. Give me what you want to say. The video's about me, isn't it?
Yeah,
so
sure,
fucking talk to me about what the fucking points of the video are, and let's discuss it. The f do
Yeah,
you mean?
My main criticism.
Why would I have to
is
research a video about myself?
because you don't know any of my criticisms. So now I have to provide all the.
And that's what I was saying. I'm gonna close out a bunch of these.
Context and do all the legwork for a debate you challenged me on. And it allows him to lie to his audience because they don't know the framing either.
I have to watch a fucking dumbass talk for 25 minutes and jerk off like all the fucking talking points that I've heard about myself over and over again. Incredibly stupid. Give me the fucking takes and we'll talk about it. Okay, go on.
Yeah. My take is that you have a pattern of behavior where breaking news happens. You jump to wild conclusions, talking way too confidently.
Okay,
you
give me an example.
everyone who
Pause.
disagrees with
Example.
you.
Give me an example.
All right,
Are you going to talk about? Okay.
There was reports that Ukraine was going to be invaded by Russia. You confidently said no, it wasn't, despite all the reports. Then Russia invades. And then instead of apologizing and correcting the story, you then
Wait, I didn't apologize and correct the story?
You justify the invasion.
Wait,
right?
I didn't apologize and correct the story?
Let me finish my.
Wait, hold on.
No,
No, this is important.
This is the pattern of behavior.
Because you said you. Wait. Hold on. You're the one who doesn't do his research because I did apologize.
Hassan is clearly setting the tone for just how bad faith he's going to be. He thinks he's catching me in a lie when he's not. He just won't let me explain myself.
I did apologize. And I did correct the record.
You
just didn't fucking see it.
You kind of walked it back too.
Wait, no. I very clearly apologized for it. You didn't see that because all you do is look at fucking clip
It's in the video. It's in one of my videos.
So why did you just now bring it up as though I've never apologized?
I didn't. You cut me off before I finished. Hassan did apologize for his baseless claims saying Russia was never going to invade Ukraine. But in that same apology video, he would make more baseless claims, saying Russia was never going to attack Kiev.
There's been a lot of information that has been wrong, completely
I've been wanting to play this
and there's
game,
still a lot of information that the Western State Department is pumping out by way of mainstream media about like Russia is going to go and overtake Kiev and they're going to go into Ukraine. The reason why I'm saying a lot of the information that's coming out of the State Department is wrong or outright false is because what I'm showing you right now is literally fucking people talking about like bombing Kiev, okay? Their take was Ukraine is going to be invaded. Kiev is going to be invaded by Russia. That is insane. That's psychotic.
The top comment of his apology video is, I was wrong, but the West keeps lying and saying they're going.
Fact you have like 6 different necklaces on that are just all different variations of the same necklace.
Going to attack Kiev. Well, that apology aged like milk. It's not much of an apology if you do the same exact thing immediately afterwards. That's my point. But he won't let me explain that because he knows it'll make him look bad.
Why did you say I never apologized? Why did you just say I never apologized?
Justify more. You then make more outrageous claims.
I'm sorry. Why did you say I never apologized if I did and you just repeated after I said no, I did apologize. You moved the goalpost. You moved the goalpost and you tried to fucking act like I was just backtracking.
I didn't move the goalpost, dude. This is exactly my criticism.
You did.
I didn't move the goalpost. He just never let me finish my point. Is this what you're going to do? You're going to talk over me when I'm giving you the answer? No. I'm giving you a very straightforward answer. I did do that.
Okay.
I did cover your apology.
So you said I did apologize, but it wasn't good enough for you. Is that what you're saying?
And I showed you apologizing for making your completely, like, fairly baseless claims, jumping to conclusions, and then you followed that up by making more baseless claims, jumping to conclusions.
I'm sorry, you fucking brainlet. Give me what the fucking
go on,
inconsistency
do your
was.
thing
You
where
made the video.
demonize. I didn't realize that in debates it was illegal to take 2 minutes and look things up.
What is the claim?
I gotta
Just
go
come
pull
on.
it up in the video because you didn't
prepare for your
watch
own
anything.
fucking. You didn't prepare where you were literally coming on here to talk about not Israel Palestine, mind you, but about Ukraine, and you didn't even fucking prepare with talking points.
I'll talk
Really?
to you about Israel Palestine. That'll be the next point. It's you doing the same thing again. Well,
Oh
dude,
my
how
God.
do I feel you impromptu asked me
I'm
to
sorry,
a debate
Felix.
this minute? If I had a day to prepare, I would have everything, but you didn't. From my point of view, he invited me on to debate right now. I don't have all my timestamps listed out for my year-old video, and then when I sent him the link, he said he didn't want to watch it. All right, you got to give me a minute.
Okay.
This
Are
is
you trying to
research.
link
You
me your
haven't
video?
done
I'm
this
not gonna watch your
before.
video. Just say it with your mouth, with your words. Go ahead.
I have to watch my video to see what my receipt is because this is a year old. Right? I didn't know I didn't know where
You
this
don't
whole
even know your
conversation
own
was
video.
going.
You don't know the contents of your own fucking video.
I made it
Really?
a year ago, bro.
You think you're
I
doing
like how
a
this
good
is
job
done
right
for
now?
you when instead
Do
of
you think
letting
you're
me
doing a good
find the
job right now,
receipt-
defending your position? Like it's
Yeah,
such a
I do,
profound
bro.
position.
You're doing
It's such a
exactly what I
profound
expect you to
position
do.
that you don't even fucking remember your own talking points.
I'm trying to get it for him, but he won't stop talking. Him
my
yelling in
Lord.
my ear
Here's what
while
I'm
I'm
saying.
trying to
All the
listen to my
information is
video
coming
to
out of
hear
the
what he
State
said.
Department.
He clearly doesn't actually want me to pull it up. I'm
be,
sweating.
you know,
He's demanding
in
the
the chamber
clip,
for
but
you
I
to fire
can't
off.
hear.
Tell me what it fucking was.
Bad faith in me into the ground.
Go ahead. I'm here. All right now. If you are genuinely interested in truth and research or whatever,
And-
you have this wonderful opportunity. You have this wonderful
You
opportunity to
won't
ask me
give a
personally.
minute to pull it up. I'm trying to listen, but I'm hearing you twice. Once from my video and once from you just bitching in my ear.
Oh my god.
So you gotta wait. Yeah, that's how
This is the
research works.
greatest.
It's a
This is
little
the
slow.
greatest brain power we got, folks.
You're laughing at me for doing research.
I love that he's like, I don't remember my talking points. I have to watch my own YouTube video.
So when I finally confirm the clip and get my
And this is another thing that really perplexes me. When you get into a debate, right, with leftists primarily, people on the right do this sometimes too. Um, when you get in a debate with them, they just expect you to know everything off the top of your head. Absolutely. They expect you to know absolutely everything. Everything. But them, they don't have to know anything. They can be wrong. And if you prove them wrong, they just make fun of the fact that you researched it. It's like, so you just want your ignorant ass opinion regurgitated to you. Damn, that dab kicked my ass. Damn. Damn, dude. That dab kicked my butt. It's like
I
1-2
point across,
punch.
he gets mad at me because he knows I'm right. So he asked me the most ridiculous question to derail the conversation.
It was in your video. I was wrong about Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
And you said people are acting like Kiev's getting bombed. Like that would never happen. And then it's literally did happen.
Okay.
So it's you
Yes.
just again making more you're making your apology video about being wrong and making baseless claims that you know nothing about.
This is your
and then
your
you end
take.
up being wrong. It's a pattern of behavior.
This
is your
you have.
take from February 22nd, 2022.
Yeah, 'cause
Another
you do it
thing
over
that I
and
was
over again. You've done it since then.
I've done
You've
it since
several
then.
times since
People
then,
are acting
yeah.
like Kiev's getting bombed. It did happen. You're right about
It
that.
did, and you
I
said it
also
wouldn't.
I
So
do
it's
you
just
think that I didn't
another
cover?
example of you
Wait, hold
being
on.
wrong.
Hold on. Do you think that I
Mm-hmm.
didn't cover Kiev getting bombed? Like I hid that or something?
No, you did, but it's your accusation saying it doesn't, saying it won't happen. There's no way it'll happen.
Yeah. Do you think that bombing Kiev specifically, it was what Russia did? Do you think that that was a good thing for Russia to do?
What the fuck? So apparently you can't criticize Hassan for his poor coverage of Ukraine without also thinking Kiev should be
Man,
bombed.
if I'm playing
Makes
on
sense.
easy,
Do you have
I'm gonna
any
be
do you have
pissed.
any
I hope
genuine
you don't
opinions?
think it was a good thing.
Do you have any genuine opinions about
Yeah, my opinion is
Russia's
that was
involvement
bad.
in the Ukraine?
My opinion on that is that you shouldn't be talking about shit
Brother,
you know nothing
hold
about.
up.
You
We're
shouldn't
having a
be
conversation about
making
Ukraine and
blind
Russia.
claims
We're having a
that
conversation
you
about Ukraine and
always do.
Russia, and I'm
No,
asking
we're
you a
having
specific
conversation
question.
about you,
I'm
actually.
asking you
You're
a
trying to shift the
specific
conversation.
question.
My conversation's about you because my videos are about you and your pattern of behavior and your poor reporting.
Look how mad he is. And this is what he tries to do the entire debate. Ignore the actual criticism and pivot to unrelated talking points. He says Russia had not bombed Kiev at the time.
Russia had not bombed Kiev at the time. That's number one.
Of course they hadn't. The criticism is that you baselessly predicted otherwise. What's that have to do with my criticism? He then says once it happened, he covered it.
Number two, of course, as soon as that did happen, I covered it. Of course I did.
Again, what's that have to do with my criticism? He gets mad at me for calling him out on this.
Because
Dude,
that's what I'm doing.
The
I'm
criticism
covering the
isn't
news.
that you didn't cover it. The criticism is that you're making baseless claims you don't know anything about, talking so confidently, as if you got a whole fucking research team behind you. When you don't, you're talking out your ass. This is the
Brother,
class.
do you have a whole research team behind you? Because
yeah, it's
you're
called
not.
me. I actually did research just now, and you could barely be patient enough to sit there and listen through it.
Hassan's main argument is that he shouldn't be criticized for his bad predictions because they're based on solid sources.
Did you look into, okay, what sources I was looking at and where I was getting this opinion from?
His source that Russia won't invade Ukraine is from December. I'm criticizing him because in February he was uploading videos like this.
I'll change this every day to Ukraine has still not been invaded by Russia. Every day. To make sure that the wishes of these fucking weirdo, like, I'm actually a sock them and you're a fucking tanky idiots on the internet. Will, yeah, change it to Russia still has yet to invade Ukraine.
As of the 18th of February, 6 days before the invasion, it was in...
right? With fucking... Again, this is mainly a leftist criticism. I have a real problem, right? They make up these random ass names. Like, what the fuck is a sock dem? What the fuck is a tanky? Why can't you just have some kind of fucking, you know, modernized slang? What is a tanky? What the fuck is a sock dem? I mean, that one's a bit of self-explanatory, but they pretend they are, but they aren't. It's just other words that use that. You know, and this goes back to my criticism earlier. Why is it people can't just say, okay, yeah, I don't know enough about something to comment on it? Just because
Insane to
they
have this
want you to
opinion because
comment on it
Russian
doesn't
troops
mean
were
you
lining
should.
up with medical tents on the border. Here's Vosh from the same day.
Bridges are being built, field hospitals constructed, and all of that, I think, is quite worrying.
Dude, that's that. Dude. If they're building field hospitals is a pretty committed indication of being willing to bring about like prolonged warfare. That isn't just moving your troops to the area. If they're building war infrastructure like that, like Hassan be like, it's just a meme, it's just a meme.
Hassan's opinion was a joke at the time. It's not only in hindsight like he'd want you to believe. Hassan didn't have the strong foundational analysis he claims he had. It's him rewriting history in real time.
On the editorial side of my coverage, okay, on the editorial side of my coverage, if I make a prediction or a speculation, it can sometimes be wrong. That speculation is always going to be on foundational analysis that is solid. My speculation on what may happen, okay, in the future is not always going to be correct. Everybody understands this.
It's usually wrong, yeah.
It's usually wrong. The only example you brought over...
You said the CIA is why Iran bombed the U.S.
Do
base,
you...
bro.
Attack on U.S. consulate in Iran happening now? False flag. 100%. MEK false flag. MEK actors, 0% chance that is so...
He's just pulling it out of his ass, dude. You can tell. You can tell he's just pulling it out of his ass. I mean, this is as bad as what InfoWars said about Sandy Hook. You're literally saying that people who are committing atrocities aren't actually doing it, and you're attributing it to somewhere else for no reason, and unjustly so. You're lying about those people. I mean, that's
on in Iraq, the American base that was...
Did this dude just say sussy? Stop with the wannabe hip fucking lingo. You can't parade yourself around as a news outlet, right? And then just pretend with a bunch of fucking lingo, man. What the hell happened? Dude, we dropped some frames. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that you can't use slang, but what the fuck does sussy even mean? Can't you just say that his actions are suspect? Or the situation is strange? And maybe this is just my fucking like my my autism or fucking ADHD or some fucking stupid self-diagnosed bullshit, that people diagnose themselves with nowadays, you know? But why can't you just say the proper word? Why can't you want to be seen as a reputable news outlet and you're speaking like you're fucking drama alert?
was under attack? No fucking shot.
I mean, when the fucking what is it? Oh fuck. What is that one show with the dude? TMZ. When TMZ fucking reports on shit and uses proper language better than you, how are you supposed to be seen as some kind of reputable news outlet when you can't even use proper language? I mean, there I don't get it. I need to change that.
I say MEK, I just mean CIA. I said MEK, but I mean CIA.
The only information available at the time is from the US State Department. He's talking out of his ass. He then implies that you're racist for listening to the State Department.
Rumors saying the missiles were launched from Iran. I mean, dog. Come on, bro. Yes, dude, I'm wrong, okay? It's probably Iran. You're right. It's probably Iran fucking blowing shit up for no reason. You're right. Let's believe that instead.
Hassan's defense to this is to say he doesn't remember.
What base are you talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about with the Iranian thing. What?
Iran struck a US base. And then you said it's the CIA. No shot. It's the CIA.
Wait, I'm so...
I know, you don't know because you use so much bullshit all the time. You can't even remember what
perhaps.
Wow, you don't remember something from a year ago. Crazy, because when I did that, I got nailed to the cross for it. When you do it, it's no problem. Cool. What's frustrating is no matter how many examples I bring up of Hassan jumping to conclusions when it comes to breaking news, he always frames himself as coming from a sound place.
So for instance,
I can't go one fucking stream without some kind of fucking technical difficulty, dude. All right, we're done. Dude, this is fucking ridiculous. I'm done. I fucking hate this. This is fucking bullshit. You can't even go an hour and a half, dude? My God.